Hey everyone, this is our video on the sliding filament theory, and we chose to use a car analogy to help with our explanation. This is David and Bob. They're best friends with different interests at school. David wants to be a physiatrist, while Bob wants to be a mechanic. Their interests are very different, so they think of similarities that both their topics have. Then it hit contraction. David introduces Bob on the sliding filament theory of muscle contraction, while David is taught about the contraction system of a car from Bob.
If the body wants to lift something requiring contraction in the muscles, a nerve is sent from the brain, releasing acetylcholine to the sarcomere of the muscle. This chemical allows the entrance of the chemical sodium to enter the uncharged calcium channels opened by the acetylcholine, charging the uncharged calcium channels.
Wow, that sounds similar to a key being inserted into the car. When a key is turned, the car reacts by sending power into the starter of the car's combustion engine.
Interesting. The next part is once the channels are charged, calcium ions begin to enter and attach onto the troponin. When calcium and troponin react with each other, the troponin then switches the shape of the tropomyosin. This switch now allows the interaction between actin and myosin to begin to bind with each other.
Wait, so in car terms, the calcium will be fuel for the troponin and tropomyosin valve and the camshaft system that control how much air and fuel can enter into the cylinder.
But before myosin can attach to actin binding sites, it needs an action potential to jumpstart it. This action potential comes in as ATP, which attaches to the myosin head. This interaction causes a power stroke, now allowing myosin heads to attach to the actin binding sites. After they bind, the myosin heads form a cross bridge across the sarcomere, where the myosin is now pulling on the actin. This action is what contracts the muscle fibers.
It's so interesting how much humans have in common with anything. Like how a spark plug is the action potential jumpstarting the myosin pistons. The pistons interact with the actin cylinder walls to create power to move your car, just like how actin and myosin both interact for muscle contraction.
You're right about that, but what about the relaxation states of both? Once the muscle has finished contraction, it needs its rest period too. This begins by the tropomyosin closing again, as there are no more calcium being pumped through the calcium channels. Then the muscle fibers need to be primed by new ATP. Once that new ATP reprimes the myosins within the muscle should be ready to go through contraction once again.
So, in short, the relaxation state acts as a cool down.
Kind of.
Because for cars, gas is pushed out of the car through the exhaust pipe. Then the camshaft begins to close. Without the troponin valves pumping fuel and air, the myosin pistons resets into their original position.
Wow, the anatomy of a car is so similar to a human's.
Thank you for watching.